Hi everybody, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin again. So this is part 2 of a video that you should be able to view just before this one. It's all about how to pare down your supplies so that you have just a few to work with rather than lots and lots, so that you can kind of create a bunch of coordinated cards and not get too thrown with lots of choice. Oh dear, sorry, turn that down. Okay, so I was just watching Esther on a live, so while she was doing the live, I was having a bit of a play. So I have got a card all ready to go next to me, but I want to talk through some of the techniques that I've used for it and just show you a really cool little technique that you can do with these pretty doily pieces. I'm calling them doily pieces because they kind of remind me of doilies, from the Peaceful Petal. No, hold on, let me get the right name for you because I always end up calling things by the wrong name. The Painted Labels dies. They have this sort of doily element and this bigger piece here, this one. And I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before, but I looked at it and thought, we can make a flower out of this. Hoo-hoo! So, watch this. We're going to make a few little cuts. So I'm following the curve here, and I'm just going to cut inwards like this, and then I'm going to cut around and around. So this is a good old-fashioned roll-up rose flower that we're making here, and you just kind of keep going. Basically you're making like a snake shape, and you just keep going, stop around there, and then you get your tweezers and you start rolling up like this, and it makes this really cool kind of lacy looking flower. So super easy to do, obviously made a little bit easier by having some tweezers. Hi everybody, hi Wendy, hi Wanda, hi Babsy, hi Amory, Linda, hi Janice. Babsy says, I've been back and forth with you and your sister soon. It's been great. Nothing done though. Well, you can create while you're watching. You don't have to watch too closely. Okay, so look at that. Look at that cute little rose. And then I haven't got a big one left to demonstrate it to you with, how I cut it, but I cut it in a very similar way. And I've already glued it. Look, this is the large version. So you end up with this like really cool little kind of like filigree, very lacy centre. So I've just started to colour this in, and I thought I'm going to stop myself because I want to show you how I'm doing it. But just before I start colouring that in, I'm just going to show you how I glue it. So I do use a hot glue gun. I'm afraid I'm not going to make any apologies for that because they really are the easiest things to use when creating these types of flowers. So I put a little dot on there. I'm going to push that centre into that, and because it cools so quickly, obviously be careful not to get glue on you. There we go, that's done. Right, let's get a scrap piece of paper here because I want to do some colouring. Right, so I want to colour my flowers in, and I grabbed out light Daffodil Delight, light Pumpkin Pie and light Calypso Coral. And I've already run the Daffodil Delight just a little on the inside of this rose. I'm just going to carry on doing that, so I want the yellow right on the inside because I want to go for a kind of a bit of an ombre effect. I'm just rolling it round there like that. Now if you wanted to cut this out of a different colour, of course you could do that. This was all a bit of a second thought for me. It wasn't my initial plan for this doily, so that's why I'm having to colour it in. I do have one of those finger protectors. Now where have I put it? I do have one somewhere. My friend gave it to me. Okay, so now I'm running. Oh no, I don't want this, I want the next one. Or do I want that one? No, I do want this one. So this is light Calypso Coral. It's a bit, this tip is starting to go a bit on this, but I'm just going to run this on the edge because I want to go for a nice ombre kind of effect on this. So the card that we're going to end up making now is kind of my luxury version of tonight. And then get the pink and then just run that around some of this and just on the edge of where I've just done the Calypso coral, so we end up with a really beautiful kind of yellow going into the coral, then going into the pink. No, tell a lie. Yellow going into the light pumpkin and going into the pink, so it's kind of yellow into peach into pink. So can you guys see that all right? Can you see the ombre effect of that? Right, so ooh, what if I start with a peachy this time? So I'm just getting the... These have been well used, these tips. I've probably had this since it first came out, to be honest, so these have lasted quite well. They are designed to be consumables, they're not designed to last forever. So I know you might be in a bit of a horror at the sight of these tips, but they do go like that after a while. This side's alright though, this end. There we go. And I have actually, because I wanted to recycle these, I have got ones ready to recycle. I just take everything out when it's time to recycle them because they're a hard plastic, so they should be able to go in your hard plastics section of any recycling plant. So we have a place where we take all our large household waste, and they do have a section for hard plastic, so I'm kind of guessing that it will go in there. My kids at school have a big bin where you can go and recycle pens, so that's another option. There are some schools taking part in this kind of pen recycling program, so look out for it. Just because you may not have heard about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So if you are concerned about recycling and the environment and where these are going to end up, then have a look into that in your area. Okay, so that was that one thing that I was doing. Okay, then I thought, how about ombreing ribbon? So this is a piece of ombre ribbon. So all I did was, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to explain it. I got my yellow, I did a bit of yellow there, then a bit of yellow here, and then I did a yellow into the light pumpkin pie, then the Calypso, then light pumpkin pie, and then back to yellow, and sort of just went, you know, yellow, peach, pink, peach, yellow, you know, did that really gorgeous kind of ombre effect, and I love it. So nice. So a really quick way to make your own custom coloured ribbon to match your project. Really lovely. And then the other thing I thought was you could do it striped the other way. You could do it horizontally, which I have seen someone do. I think I saw a Stampin' Up demonstration. Oh, actually, it might have been Sarah Douglas, who's our CEO. I think I saw her do it on a demonstration. But look, you end up with this really beautiful custom ribbon. So I'm going to start bringing on my design. So we've got this section here that I thought we could have going on there. Then we have this that's going to go there, and then this piece that's going to go under there. So I might as well start sticking this all together actually, because otherwise we're going to be here all night. Right, so let's have a look at, oh sorry, I didn't realise you've been commenting. Hi everybody, I'm just going to say hi everybody. Finger protectors are great. Yes, I do have the pink one. It's a silicone tip, yeah, so you don't get burnt. Wish your council did more like that, Audrey. Yeah, no, the councils don't necessarily all do them, but if you look up, your school might be participating in the pen recycling, but there should be, every region surely should have a tip, like where you take electricals and stuff like that, because there are, you know, recycling areas, you know, because there's money to be made out of it. So there are private companies that they just have an area you go and take stuff. I thought they would be in most areas. It's a case of finding it, I guess. Where are you? What part of the world are you, Audrey? Are you in the UK? Could you colour the doily before cutting? Yes, of course you could, Vanessa. It's just me because it was an afterthought. Yeah, it was just an afterthought for me, so that's why it's not been done straight away. I wouldn't have known had our friend not given. Hold on. What did I begin with? Oh, the one from Painted Labels. So that one for the big one, big flower, and that one for the little one. So to start off with, it looked like this one, obviously without the pink bit inside. That one. But I'm sure there's lots of other dies that are similar. You know, some basically any doily that has like a frilly edge, you could make a. You could do that. You can recycle crisp packets. Where? How, Esther? Where do you put those? I didn't know crisp packets were recyclable. I didn't think on the list that we get, we don't seem to show up. Oh, actually, no, in school. I think they recycle them in my kids' school. Sorry, I've just remembered. Yeah, they did say that to me once. Hi, Honeybee. Hi, Diane. Do I make my own envelope? Not for this one, no. Although it might be a little bit 3D, so I might have to make my own. But generally, for 6x6 cards, I don't. I just buy the envelopes. It's a bit cheaper. I'll just buy like 500 or whatever at a time, or 100 at a time, depending. I used to buy ivory, then white, 6x6 envelopes, and then a brown. And now I've decided I'm just going to I'm going to buy brown ones. It's just easier. Oops, I didn't mean to stick that down. Let's just lift that up. That's meant to go under there. Yeah, I decided I'm just going to buy brown ones because brown goes with everything. Okay, so that's your blue strip. Now before that gets really stuck down, I want to put a little bit of glue on this and slide it under. There we go. I'm definitely going to have to find my silicone rubber. It is around here somewhere. Oh look, so I'm getting it dirty. This is not a silicone rubber, this is a normal rubber, but there we go. That's worked. Where's Audrey? Audrey, where are you from? North East Scotland. Ah, right, okay. Right, so then we want this one. Oop, I'm showing you a bit too much just yet. So that one is to go there. And then I've got this piece to go there. Now these two pieces are different. Look, that one's got a flower there, and that one's got a kind of, I don't know, sprig. So they are different. So I like the look of that one, and I wanted to use that one, but I thought I don't want that overly thing showing. So I'm just going to cover that up. And you wouldn't know that it was, you know, had a hole there, would you? So let's pop a bit of glue there and a bit of glue there. Oh, oops. Do that. Right, and then this needs to go on here. Glue everywhere. Yep, the flowers are going onto this, yeah. So I wanted just to show you how to make sort of like build up a luxury card, really, how I go about doing it. Okay, right. It is all about the layers. Okay, right, so we've got this kind of like area here where everything's kind of like colliding. So this seems a natural place to put the flowers because you've got lines radiating from that point there. So it makes sense to have flowers there. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to use this one. This was one of the poppies that I did earlier, and I've stuck, oh, now I'll show you what I did. I got one of these pieces and I rolled it up and glued it. So you end up with this kind of like lacy little rosebud thing. Look, how cute is that? And then I started to cut this because I had an idea about double layering this, but I've just realised that I've actually stuck that down, so I might have to grab another one to show you my idea. I'm not sure if the colour goes very well with this because I've now gone quite yellowy orangey, but anyway, I'm going to show you this idea. Whether I use it or not, I'm going to show it to you. So what I'm doing is, even though this was cut out using a die, it's left a bit of a border, and I didn't want a border because of what I'm going to do next. So now I'm going to follow the petal like that, in like that. There we go. And then this one here, to make this a little bit more stand-up-y, 3D. And then that one there as well, like that. Okay, so then you can lift different areas, can't you? Use your fingers to curl them up like that. And then I thought you could stick that then on there. Or you could just actually cut out, I suppose you could cut out that section and just have that as 3D, but I don't know. Have a play with it, see what you think. Guess you could have that in the middle there, like that. We're making it up, all right? We're making up a flower. This is not a real flower, it's a fantasy flower. So, you know, you can do what you want with it. Actually, last time I only had, I think I had that one and just that one. I didn't have that other one. I mean, maybe we could tuck it in somewhere there. But we've also got leaves. We have leaves and we have ribbon. So we've got this lovely ombre bit of ribbon. So that could be tucked in somewhere. Possibly like that. It's a bit tricky, I've got glue on my hands, everything's sticking to my fingers. Right, and then we also have these lovely leaves. So we want these tucked in somewhere. Oh, and then I got some of the yellow thread that you get from Celebration and just some leftover, what colour is this, like white or very vanilla thread. And I tied this really cute bow, like a double bow. And I really like the idea of kind of putting that there with lots of, so you've got lots of lovely texture going on there. And I'll show you, I pimped up the what cards I made earlier, look. So remember that one I did earlier? I put the thread across and then I tied a bow with the ribbon to it. And then I found some of those champagne gems I've not even touched yet. So I just popped those there and that just helped to bling it up. And then I put the little sentiment. And I wanted just a little sentiment because I didn't want to cover up what I'd already done. And this one I blinged up. And this one's got a little bit more bling. And then I blinged up this one as well. So I just love the kind of extra texture of layers of ribbon and so on. I think that's really, really pretty. So we've still got these other leaves that we could pop in there. And I've got this one little blue one here, which I thought might be nice as contrast against the green or the floral there. Just to kind of pull the blue all in. So we've got blue here, and then we've got that little bit of blue there. And then we've even got that blue there. Although, much as I'd like to use this, I'm wondering whether just to leave that, because then we've got that bit of blue there as well. Right, let's start sticking it down, and then we'll make decisions. So, thank you, Monica. You haven't touched your champagne gems either. I know, it's like they're new and they're shiny, and you're like, oh, don't want to play with them. It's like, I don't want to use them up. But no, they are lovely. Use them. They're so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to stick that one in there. Now, I did think I'm actually going to use my, I have got my heat tool, just my glue gun just to the side, and I'm wondering whether just to use that, because it would make life a little bit easier. Just stick everything into place. So I can lift that up, and I'm just tucking this under here, and it's just holding it up. You see? Can you see that? Oh, I'm going to need another glue in here. Let me just grab a glue stick. Okay, right, so I'm going to put that one there, and let's tuck this ribbon under here, I think. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, have I just tossed it off the table by accident? My bit of thread. Oh, I feel like I must have brushed it off. I can't see it anywhere. I'm brushing myself down going, where's it gone? Did anyone see me move it? Oh, it will show up. It will show up when I least expect it to. Right, let's just make another one. I may as well show you how I did it. So, to the right. No, it's not under there. Sorry, someone asking about the flowers. The rolled centre could be coloured blue with alcohol pens. Oh yeah, it could be. Right, so I just got the two threads together like this, and then just tied a bow basically. Right, so I'm going to put a tiny dot of glue. Lost my glue stick now. Oh, there it is. Right. That little wee blob of glue on there. Shove that under there. Then a bit of glue on here. If anyone's wanting tips on how to use the glue gun, I did do a video way back when on tips for using your glue gun. So if you just search for that in my channel, you will come across that. Okay, right, so we've got that one there. I could see what it's like with the blue centre. What's this one? Light night of navy. No, we want dark night of navy, don't we? Just rewound it. It got stuck to my hand. Oh, did it? Okay. Don't know where it is now. Okay. So yeah, it must have brushed off. It's somewhere around. Okay, so I'm just going to colour it. Someone just suggested I colour this in with Light of Navy. So of course you could have cut it out with whatever colour you wanted, but because this was a bit of an afterthought. Guess you could do. Okay, so I'm wondering what we could do is just use these petals here. I'm actually going to cut this section out. This is very reminiscent of like decoupage. Not the decoupage where you just glue stuff onto an object, but the decoupage where you cut out layers and layers of a picture. I remember seeing it for the first time in my teens. A lady had a picture of a shop. It was like an old-fashioned shop, and she cut out so many layers that it was almost like you could see right into the back of the shop, the way that she'd cut the windows and everything out. It was really amazing. So this is kind of like a version of that, where you cut out layers and then you stick pieces on top to make it look 3D. So there we go. We can always curl the petals over as well if you want to. And do that. Oh, Esther remembers that. Yeah, it was at Alexandra Palace, wasn't it? We used to go to, so we live near Alexandra Palace in London, and they often used to have craft fairs there. And it was like literally a bus ride, or we could even walk it if we wanted to. It was a bus ride from our house. So, yeah, we used to go to these amazing craft fairs there. So that's 3 layers of poppy, that is. That's quite cool. Quite like that. Right, now to put some of these leaves in. I'll put that one in first. Would you ever colour the back of a flower? Yeah? Yep. Especially if you're curling it over like that. Yep. There we go. The only thing about having the hot glue is you have to work fast. Okay, right. Let's put on these leaves. Oh, now this was supposed to be tucked in under here. Oops. Oh well, I might just have to slip that in there, but I'll cut that off. Let's get these leaves on. Oh, did you, Vanessa? You used to teach it? Oh, it was incredible. And she used this like scalpel to cut everything. And I remember, it's so funny the things that you remember. I remember going by her stall and her being really, really upset because someone had stolen one of her amazing works of art, and she was just absolutely distraught because someone had stolen it. And obviously it's like hours and hours and hours of work, and I just remember her being really upset. I don't know if Esther was there for that one, but now I can understand how upset you would be if you had a stall and someone just decided they wanted to have one of your pieces of work without paying for it. So, there we go. Right, I'm just going to hot glue this because I'm lazy. Come on. There we go. Oh, oh, no, no, no. I don't want to stick to my fingers. Right. No, not going that far either. Ah. Oh, that serves me right, doesn't it? Ah. Oops. Hmm. Okay, let me just get that off. Okay, it doesn't always pay to be lazy. Right, let's stick that down again. Okay, let's mend this. Right, let's rethink this. Trying to see what I've got on my desk that we could use. I'm just going to stick that blue thing in before I lose it. Hi, Ellen. Okay, let's have a look. No, I think I'm going to have to cut another piece. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, I can make it go the other way. A butterfly. Oh, yeah. It might come to that. Okay, might have to be the butterfly. Now, today is the first day that the dies for this stamp set is available. So if you haven't seen, do go to the Stampin' Up shop and have a look at all the dies that are available now for sale. They are limited editions. So when they're gone, they're gone. And so if you really can't face fussy cutting, then I suggest you get yourselves over there and have a look, because there are dies to match the what was this called? Peaceful Thoughts. There are dies to match the gorgeous cake that's got the, you know, all the different flowers on it. And various other, the ladybugs. So if you've got the ladybugs and you want those don't want to fussy cut those out, you can purchase the dies. So do head over to the shop and have a look and see what's available. Yep. Go up there. And go up there. I might just cut that bit off there. No, see, I always like to have the cut butterflies going outwards. I can't have them going inwards. There we go. Sentiment was under the flower paper, not the craft. Yeah, no, it's, well. Oh, no. I did have a little one that I did. Or was it that? No, it was that one. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the other thing. Okay, stop talking, Ruth. I suppose I could still tuck this somewhere. I could tuck it up there. What do you think of that? I'm the same, unless birds, they have to face in. Yeah. Yep. Right, we can always put some pearls on that butterfly just to make it stand out a little bit. It's quite, now, I will say it's quite an eclectic card. It's not, yeah, I mean, there are things that tie it together, but it is still quite eclectic. But that's fine. It's nice. It's nice to have something a bit different. I'm wondering whether to put a couple of butterflies down here now. Right, if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. Because I will try and look at my screen while I'll cut these butterflies out and then we'll have a look. I'm not promising that they're going on, just because I've thought about it. So, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I've just zoomed. Sorry. Is that better? There we go. Tidy it up a bit. Put sentiment on the right. Yeah, is that okay? Those are in the poppy die. This is the, I call it the poppy dies. I know they're not called that. The painted labels dies. They have the 2 leaves that match the stamps from painted poppies. And then these leaves are in the other set. Oh, it was here a minute ago. The beautiful, oh, what's it called? These ones. Jubilee Beauty. So you get the 2 dies to cut out that gorgeous lace effect, and then you get these 2 leaves here. See that? Those ones. So it's that one, and one I used earlier. That one. That one there. So that's from this set, which is really handy actually. I'm glad they're doing things like that, like putting the odd leaf in, because it's such a useful little thing to have, and they're only little, so I'm glad they've thought of doing that. Right, any other questions? You've got that one. There we go, Babs. You've got no excuse. You've got that one. You can play with it. Yeah, the video today, or the tutorial today, is quite product heavy. I do appreciate that, but this is very much for the avid crafter, the one that will have several products. You know, you may have similar items to this. You don't necessarily have to have everything that I've used, especially not to do the framing thing. You know, that's just a bit of a bonus, really, having those dies. So again, don't feel you have to own every single item. You don't. Just have a look at what you've got. Look at what you can cut yourself. You know. Esther, don't be mean to Vicky. Hi Vicky, lovely to see you. Sorry we missed your call earlier. Esther was live and then I've come on live. Because I started these cards earlier and I thought, well, now seeing as I've got everything out, I don't want to put it all away again without having used quite a few of these pieces up. So just to recap what I was trying to say and what I'm trying to teach you guys is that it's worth just getting out 3 pieces of DSP, cut out loads of different things from it, and coordinating cardstock so that everything goes together. You know, cut out various pieces and then just have a play, because, you know, if you've chosen well, everything will match and everything will work out fine. You know, it all look nice. So, Alright, so I've got to do this. I've got to figure out where all these bits are going to hang. I can't just start sticking stuff and not realise where this is going to hang. So, right, that's better. Oh, I hadn't stuck that one down. Ew. Haha. Actually, I quite like the idea of it being hidden a little bit by that. Haha. Need to get up. Oh, sorry, Gina. Do you follow me on Facebook? Would you teach us the smaller flower sometime? Yeah, do you mean the new punch, the little one? Yes, I know I haven't used that yet. And I nearly used it on this, but I thought, no, I don't want to add even more product. So I didn't. I'm just playing with this because it doesn't feel right having a butterfly in that corner. But I quite like the idea of doing that with it. But then I just feel like you need something to draw the eye across here. And that's better. No, the smaller flower. Oh, this one or this one? Oh, that was just from... I did it earlier, Deborah. Or this one? Both. Yeah, I did it earlier in the video. I show you how to do it. It's basically one of these, but you cut a spiral into it. Okay, I'm just going to get on and stick this because otherwise I'm going to faff around and I'm not actually going to get it done. So, right, let's hiding the tear from earlier. That's all right. Yeah, just watch the replay. Move the butterfly into the printed paper on the right hand corner. Or up here. The left-hand corner. Yeah, I want to bring it a bit lower. I don't want this to be too equal. I know it's just putting me off. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. So that's why I'm kind of resisting. I'd want to either put it there or there. And these are going to drop. These once the card is upright, these will drop. So, and it's okay that it's a little bit insignificant there. It's fine. It's not supposed to be the focal point. The butterflies. This is supposed to be the focal point. So I don't mind. Oh, at the top here. It's okay. It's too, to me, it's just too close. That should have come a bit lower down if I was going to do that. Oh, together. Yeah, that could work. You know what, I'm just going to get on and do it because... I'm just going to curl these wings slightly. So to help these stay up, what you can do is then use dimensionals underneath the wings just to help them. Although I want to use my black dimensionals. Those are still available, by the way, guys. The darker dimensionals. Oh, I had my box of dimensionals earlier. Oh, where are they gone? Oh well, don't know where they are. Right, let's pop these under here. So I'm actually going to put a layer of two. There we go. So it means that if it does get squashed, it's still got a little bit of dimension there. So I'm thinking this other one could maybe take a layer of 3 dimensionals. So I'll just pop 2 on top of each other. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Right, there we go. That's that. That one's alright, I think. There we go. Lots of texture. Very eclectic looking, but fun. There we go. Right, so if you want to check out the previous video, this is... Oh, I want to put some gems on that one. These are the cards that I did earlier, so you can go and check that out. I mean, this would be a really lovely set to give to somebody, you know, if you're into giving cards to people's gifts, you know, that could be like the super duper special one that you could make an envelope, special box envelope for that one because it's so 3D. And then you've got, you know, these ones that are just about going in an envelope. They're a little bit 3D, but they were just about going in an envelope. And that would just make a really beautiful set to give to somebody. So, oh, okay, Micah, good. I'm glad to have helped. Yeah. Right, Right, let's finish off with a little flourish of gems, and then I'll go. Now, although earlier I did say, oh, maybe we'll put some in the butterflies, I don't actually want to bring that much attention to the butterflies, because I still want the florals really to be the kind of focal point. So I'm not gonna touch the butterflies really. Oops. Oh, it hopped. Bye, Janice. Take care. Yeah, I'm loving the plaid on the floral. And the irony, you know, is in fashion we do put plaids and florals together, don't we? They do look nice. Oh, I haven't stuck that down yet. Okay, this time I will do it correctly. Oh, she says, not quite. There we go. I'll make a nice picture. This is like very Instagrammable, isn't it? Look. This is how you design photos for Instagram. Look. There we go. Let's arrange it nicely. Da, da, da. Let's get it, you know, all even. There's your money shot. You think it should be framed? Honestly, the amount of times people say that to me. Frame it, frame it. I'd end up with frames all around my house, Wanda. No, I'm just going to give it to somebody. Someone will have it. It'll be a... Well, or I'll sell it. Yeah. I am tinkering with the idea of having a Facebook group that is to sell my stuff. Because there are people that used to buy handmade cards off me that don't, because I don't tend to showcase them. So, yeah. I have got a cold. Yeah, I managed to get the cold for my kids. So look, I've got my cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Right, thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to see you. And take care, guys. Happy creating. Go back and watch it. If you just joined me, just go and have a look back on these techniques. And have fun chopping, you know. So thank you, Taylor. Take care. Bye, Vanessa. Bye, Deborah. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Bye, Audrey, Linda, Wanda. Who else is there? Everybody. I think about it, everybody. Bye, Gina. You're very welcome. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Audrey.